A little bit up on the dais. Number one, Teddy, I wanted to show our we watched the press conference as a staff. I've got a support staff of young aspiring coaches, and our quality control staff, our GAs, and I wanted them to watch. I wanted them to watch that. I wanted to hear about, unfortunately, an incredible failure in leadership, and that's what we're entrusted to do as husbands, as fathers, as educators, and obviously in our role as coaches. And I wanted them to hear that. And as soon as that got done, I wanted to follow up with, now we knew what the sanctions were and all those things. And one of the first things I said is, there may be free agency created by rule and by regulation, but we're not going to be a part of it. And then we had a very, it was kind of an echoing statement in our staff room that, number one, we believe in our team that we currently have. We're excited about our team. We've set our roster already. Our young men know who are going to report in a few weeks. Obviously, by our APR being at 995, we have no eligibility issues. We have no retention issues. When Quinn came aboard, we were at 85 scholarships, and we feel strongly about the team we currently have. Me personally, if you're asking me my opinion, I just believe that there's certain things that we're going to do and we're going to stand for as a program, and this is one of those types of decisions.
You feel with ethics there, Pat?
I'm going to speak for us. Okay. And I think we try to do things the way that we do it. And that wasn't a discussion with Jim. It wasn't a discussion with Morty or our trustees and how this was a discussion by our coaching staff that we were going to make a decision not to pursue or to reach out to anyone at Penn State. It was the same thing when things happened at SC. It was the same thing. And that's just the way that we do things. Now, obviously, we have had some transfers, and those young men, like Quinn Evans and like Kyle, have reached out to us. Aaron Nagel in the past, Zach Kustok would probably be one of the really storied examples of being a championship quarterback for us that have reached out to us and said, hey, I'm going. And that's the same way we do it in recruiting now. The young man makes a verbal commitment, and they call us, and we've been recruiting them. We'll say to them, hey, congratulations. If anything changes, call us. And that happened a couple of years ago. And I just think that's the right way to do things. And that's just what we believe in doing and how we, I'm not trying to say that's a negative towards anybody else. Hey, everybody's got a right and a belief and a value system of how they want to run their programs, and I respect that. But that's how we're going to do what we do at Northwestern.
You always enjoyed a warm relationship. You always enjoyed a warm relationship with Coach Paterno. How's the last 8 months? What have your thoughts been, and has it changed your opinion of the coach?
Well, I'm professionally, I'm very thankful for the generosity the coach gave me, and for that, obviously, I'll be thankful for that. But within the last 8 or 9 months, as more information has come out. I think as further information will come out as you start talking about cases and things of that nature, and we start to get some more facts. It's just it's unfortunate to see the disappointing aspects of leadership and things of that nature at the university. So it's a tough situation, obviously, but it's far pales from the terrible tragedy of those young people, to the loss of their innocence and their families. And our focus is obviously to lift them up in our thoughts and prayers, and hopefully for anybody in education or anybody that has contact or impacts children, understand the responsibility that we have. And from a young age, my mom ran a daycare center at our home. She babysat children and teachers, and so I'd wake up in the morning with all these little kids running around our house that weren't my siblings, and there's an innocence in children. And I'm very privileged to have 3 little boys, and I hope that through this tragedy that our society is able to grow from it, and hopefully we'll never ever see that happen again.